You have a purpose in life, so stop running away from it. Jonah ran away from his purpose, and you see what happened to him. Let's recall, Jonah 1:1 begins by saying, "Now the word of the Lord came unto Jonah, the son of Amittai, saying," and then Jonah 1:2 goes on to say, "Arise, go to Nineveh, that great city, and cry against it, for their wickedness is come up before me." So at this point, the Lord has given Jonah an assignment to go to a certain city, a great city, and cry to them, letting them know that what they are doing is displeasing the Lord. And we can read more to see how Jonah reacts. Jonah 1:3 says, "But Jonah rose up to flee into Tarshish from the presence of the Lord, and went down to Joppa. And he found a ship going to Tarshish. So he paid the fare thereof, and went down unto it, to go with them unto Tarshish from the presence of the Lord." So Jonah literally ran away from the Lord, which is something a lot of people do. Then Jonah 1:4-16 goes on to say, "But the Lord sent out a great wind unto the sea, and there was a mighty tempest in the sea, so that the ship was like to be broken. And then the mariners were afraid, and cried every man unto his God, Lg, and cast forth the fares that were in the ship unto the sea, to lighten it of them. But Jonah was gone down into the sides of the ship, and he lay and was fast asleep. So the shipmaster came to him, and said unto him, What meanest thou, O sleeper? Arise, call upon thy God, and it so be that God will think upon us, that we perish not." And they said every one to his fellow, "Come, and let us cast lots, that we may know for whose cause this evil is upon us." So they cast lots, and the lot fell upon Jonah. Then said unto him, "Tell us, pray thee, for whose cause the evil is upon us? What is thine occupation, and whence comest thou? What is thy country, and of what people art thou?" And he said unto them, "I am an Hebrew, and I fear the Lord, the God of heaven, which hath made the sea and the dry land." Then were the men exceedingly afraid, and said upon him, "Why hast thou done this?" For the men knew that he fled from the presence of the Lord, because he had told them. And then said they unto him, "What shall we do unto thee, that the sea may be calm unto us?" For the sea wrought and was tempestuous. And he said unto them, "Take me up, and cast me forth into the sea, so shall the sea be calm unto you. For I know that for my sake this great tempest is upon you." Nevertheless, the men rowed hard to bring it to the land, but they could not, for the sea wrought and was tempestuous against them. Wherefore they cried unto the Lord, and said, "We beseech thee, O Lord, we beseech thee, let us not perish for this man's life, and lay not upon us innocent blood, for thou, O Lord, hast done as it pleased thee." So they took up Jonah, and cast him forth into the sea, and the sea ceased from her raging. Then the man feared the Lord exceedingly, and offered a sacrifice unto the Lord, and made vows. Okay, so a lot happened. Okay, so basically Jonah fled from the Lord, and now he's on a boat, and the Lord sent a great wind unto the sea. You see, Jonah fled from the Lord, right, thinking that he was scot-free. But then a storm came along, and as the rest of the story goes, he's thrown off a boat and swallowed by a large fish. And so after being in the fish's stomach for 3 days and 3 nights, he finally decided to follow the Lord's wishes and speak to the people of Nineveh. He does this, and the people comply. I would tell you how the story ends, but you have to read it if you haven't already. It's a good story. But yeah, some people could argue that Jonah would have been in a better position if he would have just followed the Lord's plan for his life in the first place. But he didn't, and went through a storm, got thrown off a boat, swallowed by a fish, coughed up by the same fish, to be back on land. And right now, there's a lot of Jonahs. People going through things that they really don't even have to be going through, because they're avoiding the Lord and the calling that he has for their life. Don't be like Jonah and run from your calling, but instead have faith in the Lord and embrace wherever He wants for your life.